Hi everyone, welcome to Hilltop View Journals. Today I'm continuing with the collaboration hosted by rachandbellacrafts, the My Daily Spread. It's a 30-day YouTube collaboration with so many wonderful artists. We're on day 7 for me, and day 7 is currently, and Rachel's given us some prompts, watching, reading, etc. And she has asked us to look at a split page layout. Now, on today is scrapbooking with me, so please do go and check out her YouTube, Edith's YouTube video, and also the one of our design team and also Facebook administrators, Phyllis Joseph. She's also doing some of her interpretations over on Facebook. So I will explain what I'm doing in the next part of the video, but this is basically how my split page has turned out. You may remember, if you've been following me along, I haven't actually pinned down my pages. I haven't bound them or anything, so they're loose so that I can take them out and play with them and things. But I've basically done a double page spread, and I've got a pocket there and a couple of things. I've got the small printouts of the prompt challenge and the actual daily spread image there. I made a very simple little tag from leftover there, and that's tucked in nicely there. And then I've got one of my watercolour doodles and something from the kit there, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, but hopefully you will follow the process in the next part of the video and get a little bit inspired. And please do share what you're working on in the comments as well. Okay, without further ado, let's get on with the video. I wanted to start by saying that it's really important that when you're doing a challenge such as this, especially if you're aiming to do something every day and you're following along prompts, and with this challenge we've actually got 2 prompts. We've got a journaling prompt and we've actually got one, for a better word, a doodling prompt, like an instruction on what to do on the page. So you don't have to do both, you can do either. I'm trying to kind of do both. But also what's important is that you interpret the prompts as you want to. So whatever you want to do, just do it. You don't have to try and rack your brains to figure out what the prompts mean and what it should look like, and get worried about trying to do the right thing. The right thing is what you'll enjoy doing in your journal, and that's what I'm going to do today. So my interpretation may be completely different to yours, and I'm sure that, let's have a look who's doing today. So we're on day 7, so scrapbooking with me and Phil Joseph will be uploading her interpretations on Facebook, and scrapbooking with me will be doing a video, and I'm sure that their view on the prompts will be very different to mine. Okay, that's the lecture over. Okay, so what am I going to do? I've got this page hovering by there because I wanted to use it. I am going to do a split page on 2 pages because my journal is quite small, and it would be a bit of a stretch to try and squeeze something split. I know I could do something split, but in my head, this is what seemed to work best. And I'm going to be using the second signature in. I've also popped this in actually as a bit of an extra to that one because I love it. And what I've done is I've used the back of the paper clip, which goes really well with the assemblage. Anyway, I digress. Okay, back to it. So I'm going to be using these 2 sides, and I'm also going to be using this little flappy bit of paper here that doesn't really want to do anything, and I am going to create that into a kind of tuck spot. And on one side, I'm going to do elements of this collaboration, and I am calling that what I'm following. Now, I know I could have called it what I'm watching, but I just don't think that gave it justice, because it's not just watching, is it? It's following, it's doing, it's admiring, it's being inspired by. So I could have used a load of different words, but anyway, following came to my head, so that's what I've got. So that's going to be on one side. And then on the other side, I am going to do what I'm learning. And at the moment, I'm following a couple of courses, but the one that I'm really passionate about right this minute is watercolour. And I'm following Tiffany Simply Sharp and also Karen Elaine Creative. So there's two courses there that I'm sort of dipping in and out of when I've got time. So I wanted to do something to represent what I'm learning on those courses here. I will be doing something extremely simple with minimal effort and minimal elements because I don't have the time to play and do lots of different things. But I'm just hoping that this will create just a little bit of inspiration for you, especially if you're stuck on the prompt. So let's go. What I wanted to do here was add elements of the kit. So I wanted to do something pink. And I think I will go and rip this here. And it's going to be a little bit awkward. So I'm going to make my first rip. And I think you'll find that on a daily basis, I'm kind of repeating the same thing, which again, I'm absolutely fine with. It doesn't have to be something totally different every day. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing so far. So I am just going to keep on doing that until I feel like I've got to do something different. So I'm just measuring out where I think I need to do my rip. So I'm going to rip down there. Put that to one side, and then I can rip that there. So I want to keep a little bit of the page that's underneath to remind me of what I've got. Now, I do quite like that as well, but I think I need something pinky. Now, that's more pink than this. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of distressing. So I wonder how you're getting on with the collaboration, watching all the videos, doing the prompts. I won't be able to keep up with the videos every day, so I'll be following the videos probably on the weekends more than anything. I'm concentrating on actually doing the challenge, because I know I can always catch up on the videos at a later date, so that's what my plan is. So if I put that there like that, I reckon I'm going to need something else behind it. So it's going to go... It's going to go like that there. So I think I'm definitely going to need some kind of interest there. And I'm going to put a little bit of washi here because I've got a little bit of a sticky out bit that I don't really want there. So that can go like that. And I've also got this here as well, which I really liked. And I know it covers it, but actually I do like that. Yeah. Let's do it, because there is no point in dilly-dallying. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on that. I will probably end up stitching it. I just want to tack it down. And so that's another image from Rachel's Shabby Pages kit. And I did think as well, I could put this lovely, but then it would be a shame to lose all the embossing. So I could maybe do a bit of lace. Still got a couple of bits of lace here. So I could have a little bit of lace on the edge there. That would look quite pretty. Or I could do something a little bit more dramatic. Yeah, actually I like that one. Something a little bit more feminine and pretty, I think. Probably doesn't need all that. So I can cut it in half. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to glue that in place as well. And I'll probably, because my pages aren't attached, I'll probably take the whole of this to the sewing machine. But before I do that, let's see how else I want to do this. So I think I'll round the corners to give them a bit of interest. Ooh. The bottom of my punch has come loose and it's all over my desk. Are you struggling? Anything we can do to help? Anything you want to say, really. Now I'm going to have this wording there. And I don't know if that's enough, actually. I do feel it needs something else. But I'm not too sure what I need. I did do some of these. And I quite like that. Oh, I don't know. How can a decision like this be so hard? Why can't I just decide that's what I want to do? I honestly don't know why it's so difficult. It seriously should not be so difficult. I think it's because this is white. That's what's wrecking me. Which is why I thought I would go with the green. I'm going to go with the green. So I'm going to leave that like that. Bring that over here and then just have a quick look at what I want to do on this side. So I was just going to go for a really simple collage. So I've got this embossed paper, which is actually, I'm pretty sure this is from rachandbellacrafts. I think I purchased it in one of her retreats. And I've got this little label that was printed on vellum. Got one of my watercolour doodles. And I've got one of my colour swatches, because that's what I've been doing on the courses. And so I'm going to have that green stamp there. And so maybe I can balance it with something brown over here, maybe. Where do I put it? I don't know. can't figure it out. What I might actually do is, instead of trying to fit one of those things in, I think I might just put a little bit of washi on there. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. See, you know, there's not many things, and because I've made franking pages for the background, I've already got quite a bit of interest going on, so that's why I like to do franking pages. They're just so versatile. Now, I'm thinking, shall I add a little bit of lace? Oh, I like that. Yes. To me, that looks great. Okay, so to glue this down, I think I'm going to have to put some glue under here for a second. I think I'll use this coral glue. See if I can get this into position. So I'm really enjoying the, I know it's probably a silly word, but the prettiness of it. It's just nice to just play with pretty pinks and greens and blues and, you know, just cheerful colours. I mean, I do love my grunge. I always love my grunge. But sometimes it is nice just to do something cheerful. And that's the mood I'm in. Although it was a very hard decision between choosing the botanical kit and choosing the shabby papers kit. I wanted to do both, but I knew I wouldn't be able to manage working on both at the same time. So I had to make a decision. So the pink kit won. And my daily journaling is also the pink kit at the moment, which I will be showing you soon. So I'm just going to grunge up a little bit that there. And I'm going to put that there like that. I'm sure there's loads of other things I could be doing on this page, but it looks balanced enough to me from here. And I just need to figure out where I'm going to put that. So I think that goes fine just there. So let's not change my mind, Steph. Let's just get on with it. So one page done. Okay, let's take this over to the sewing machine and get this stitched. Okay, I've got it stitched. And thinking about it now, I could have put something in there, couldn't I? Could have. Never ending, isn't it? Right, so now I've got to decide. I think I'll put it down the... Yeah, I think I'll put it down the bottom. That probably would have been better up there, perhaps, with a balance, but it's too late now. It's stuck, so I'm going to... Let me just be careful now what I'm doing. So I need to leave that open and that open. So I think I just need to glue down here. And the bottom. Although I probably would have been better off leaving the part of the bottom. But there you are. Glue's on there now. that bed in for a second. And maybe I could put that up there. Yeah, I think that looks better on the page. And down there. But then that, no, I'll stick to my original plan. So I've used Nouveau Crystal Glaze on this. So I find the crystal glaze is kinder to the digital ink. And let's pop this on. So you kind of got the split there, following and learning. And I think this piece of paper is begging to be made into a tag. So let's make it into a tag. Let's give it its dream. And give it a home. Let's see, what can I put on the top here? Got this little bit of material, so what I'll probably do is I'll just go and stitch that in place on the machine. Okay, so I've done some extremely messy stitching because my glue was wet and the machine was not happy. So I'm just going to stick some muslin down and a little bit of lace and this label, which is also in Rachel's kit. Okay, cherish this moment. I could keep on having to remind myself to enjoy what I'm making as I'm making it, instead of just being stressed to try and get something finished. I don't know if you're the same. So I've got my daily spread, card, and these are available on Rachel's Ko-fi site as freebies. We've got a 30-day creative prompt challenge list. And I've got that little tag there. And so that is my page spread done for today, which is, remind me, it is currently, and I'm currently following and learning my watercolours and the collaboration, and it is a split page layout. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully that is a quick tutorial as well. Well, not tutorial, but process video. Yeah, and it's my interpretation, and I'm sure that you are going to come up with some wonderful ideas as well. And please do share them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.